discovering new things, it's a way to keep excitement through in your life, right? So, for instance, even on a musical level, in this last album, Black Lipstick Kiss, I did time signatures and sang over time signatures that I've never done before. I mean, I've done the time signatures in other music, but not my own, and not singing over it. And at first, it was really difficult. But I'm so determined that I got back up on that bicycle and I kept riding it over and over and over again. And that's when I taught myself how to ride the bicycle through injuries. And same thing with the music. I kept at it and kept at it and kept at it until I was comfortable with singing over those time signatures. And that's what makes this album really interesting to people, because every time they listen to it, they're like, I keep hearing something different. And that's the kind of music I like, is when I have a record and I'm listening to it and there's all this subtext going on. You don't just want face value. That's boring. You want motive. You want the thread, the recurring theme. You want a twist. You want a plot twist. You want, all kinds of things. You don't want to end on the same chord every time. You want to end on the chord that seems odd, because then people's ears perk up. They go, it's amazing. I write a lot about relationships, and it's very tongue-in-cheek, and it sounds like I'm writing about other people, but I'm actually writing a lot about myself. And but I make it funny because it is funny. It's like, wow, what was I thinking, right? Like, so now I'm just, I have fun with it, and people come up to me all the time and they're like, it's like you're singing about my whole thing that happened last summer, and I just laugh, and I'm like, yeah, we can all relate to making poor choices. Like, the lyrics are hysterical. Like, I might be late for my own funeral, but it would be worth the wait, right? Like, and that's about just totally somebody being late all the time, right? But there's a subtextual meaning in that song, and that's with the meaning of deadline. So in prisons, when prisoners would escape, they would let them run to a certain point, and if they hadn't caught them yet and they reached an invisible line, that's the deadline where they can now shoot you. And so that's where originally the meaning of that, like that's what sort of started the song. And I just think it's funny how English language, well, all language, brings in these terms and they start applying them to other things. So now, like, a deadline means you got to get your thesis in on time, right? So, but it's really funny because we're still living that, and it's still stressful. Yeah, I don't want to reveal too many, though, because I like it when people kind of figure that stuff out on their own, and they listen to it, and they're like, oh, the lyrics to that are amazing. Leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow straight from my lover's heart back to me. Whoa, leaving on a jet plane, don't know when I'll be back again. You're the hottest thing I've seen around, and I see trouble coming banging loud, and I know I'm gonna stick around anyway. Please tell me some more lies, as if you're telling the truth, and I know I'm gonna believe in you anyway. I wanna ride on your pink cloud, even though I know it's going nowhere, and I know it's gonna crash. I took my baby for a Saturday bang. Boy, is that girl with you? Yes, we're one and the same. Now I believe in miracles, and a miracle has happened tonight. But if you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Now the cool thing is the US release, and that's the miracle, is because we're releasing this album in the US on July 29th, 2014.